the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Anthony McFarland, his first carry of the ball game. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Brissett. This is Johnson. He's got it.
Deontay.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. McFarland running out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, this will be McFarland. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 38.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started? Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Anthony McFarland. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Good. Makes the score Steelers 7, Ravens nothing. Chris Boswell the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Carry here for Todd Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
At the 40-yard line.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Oh, boy, this isn't what you want to see. That's Todd Gurley, folks. Down on the field still. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now Brady. He's got Evans. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line.
And a Raven first down.
Wait, that 380.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Wait, that 380. 57 mark. 57 mark. Hey, check it.
Throwing now is Brady. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's going to launch it for Washington, and that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second down, McFarland. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a run with McFarland. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, McFarland. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
3rd and short yardage, Brissett. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, But I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw is Brissett. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Anthony McFarland with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on, just at about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
3rd down.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now it's the backup Winston. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st down, McFarland. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle.
A gain of a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett taken in by the tight end Doyle. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
It's 3rd.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Good. Makes the score Steelers 21, Ravens 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Brady again. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
For the extra point.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got them down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
That's the
But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And some room to maneuver. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 69 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. McFarland once more. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Steelers 28, Ravens 21.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown, and cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
On first down, Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10.
To Mike Evans.
A big play that time for the Ravens. 57 yards.
Wait, set. Alabama. 380. Cover. Here we go again. Defense wins championship, baby.
On first and goal, Gurley. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Brought down at the
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Brady going to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll bring him back within 4. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. They'll run here with McFarland. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On play action, Brissett. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
27-yard line.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. On the give, this is McFarland. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, McFarland. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll run on first down. McFarland, and they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Don't say nothing. Mike 56, Mike 56. Get that.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett, he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. About a half yard from the end zone, third and goal. Now here's Snell. Now, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Shotgun now for Brady. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
The tackle made
a third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
On the play.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. From midfield, here's Brady. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Brady's throw there complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go, defense. Alabama.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. A quick toss outright. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Brady's pass.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They run. It's Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
It's now 4th down.
This is it.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They're running with Gurley. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
2nd and goal at the Steelers' 5-yard line.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Brady to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
and they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Brissett. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Brissett. He's got Jack Doyle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Brissett looks to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Another carry now for Gurley. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. First throw of overtime for Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
It's a turnover on down.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. On 1st down, McFarland. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defense.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Steelers, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.